Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest, there was a young girl named Lily. Lily was known for her bright smile and her even brighter imagination. She loved to dream big, despite the small size of her village. Every night she would sit by her window staring at the stars and imagining all the adventures she could have. One stormy night, as thunder rumbled and rain poured down, the village was plunged into darkness. The storm had knocked out the power and everyone was scrambling for candles and lanterns. Lily, however, saw this as the perfect opportunity for a new adventure. She grabbed her flashlight, but to her dismay, the batteries were dead. "Mom, do we have any batteries?" she asked, her voice a mix of hope and worry. "I'm afraid not, dear," her mother replied. "We'll just have to wait until morning." Lily didn't want to wait. She remembered hearing stories from her grandfather about how, in the old days, people would make their own light using just a spark. Determined to try it herself, she rummaged through the drawers until she found an old flint and steel kit. She sat down in the middle of the living room, her family gathered around her with curious eyes. "What are you doing, Lily?" her little brother Max asked. "I'm going to make a spark," she said confidently. With a deep breath, Lily struck the flint against the steel. It took a few tries, but eventually, a tiny spark flew into the pile of dry leaves and twigs she had gathered. Slowly but surely, the spark grew into a small flame. The family cheered as the room began to fill with the warm, flickering light. Lily's father placed the small flame into a lantern, and soon the entire house was illuminated. "You did it, Lily!" her mother exclaimed, giving her a big hug. "You brought light into our darkness." That night, as the storm continued to rage outside, the family sat around the lantern and told stories. They laughed and shared memories, feeling closer than ever. Lily felt a sense of pride and accomplishment she had never felt before. The next morning, as the storm passed and the sun began to rise, the village awoke to find that the power was still out. Word quickly spread about Lily's spark, and soon other villagers came to learn how to create their own light. Lily showed them with patience and encouragement, and before long, the entire village was glowing with homemade lanterns. Lily's small spark had not only brought light to her home, but had also inspired the whole village. From that day on, whenever the power went out or times got tough, the villagers remembered Lily's spark in the dark. It became a symbol of hope and the power of a single person's determination to make a difference. And so, in the little village between the rolling hills and the dense forest, Lily's story was told for generations. It reminded everyone that no matter how dark things might seem, there is always a way to bring light into the world, even if it starts with just a spark. See you in next video, and thank you for the watching.